Hi, it is MG Kaler or Mariah. I run a blog, a very small blog called My Southern Cottage. I kind of am trying to create a lifestyle blog, kind of. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just doing it. So if you're wondering why my blog is called My Southern Cottage, I own a house here in South Carolina. The reason why my accent doesn't sound like I'm from the South is because I was born and raised in California. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. So, what's today's topic? By the title of the video, it's probably going to be, you probably already have downvoted this, and you know, I don't care. I really don't. I will never apologize. And that's not to say that I won't apologize for something that I do that deserves an apology. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is I'm not going to apologize for the way I feel, for the way I act, and think as it pertains to my religion and my political views. I am very much a biased person. I will be the first one to admit that I am biased. I definitely fall a certain way in the political spectrum, and I make no bones about it. I'm sure if you've seen my Instagram, you know where I fall, and it is what it is. I have a hair on my boobies. I hate summer. I'm constantly shedding. So I'm gonna try to keep this video as unrambling as possible. With my ADD, that's kind of hard, so I have notes. So I am in college. I am studying to be a teacher. And being in some of the classes from my college has shown me that I am definitely the odd one out for my peers. My faith and my politics shape my world, and that's not going to change. It is what it is. I'm not going to change my faith. I'm not going to change my political party unless something really dramatic happens. I'm not going to change my political affiliations. Will I have criticisms of my faith and my political party? Of course. I will be the first one to admit and talk about those criticisms, but my convictions that I have will never be shaken. There's a reason why I joined the military. There is a reason why I am the way I am in my way of thinking and feeling. I know that I'm pretty stubborn. I know that I am pretty mean when it comes to politics. My friends have told me that a lot, and I recently had a falling out with a friend because instead of arguing and debating with them, I just let them be. I left the Discord server where we were all talking. I left it, and I needed some time to take a step back and to evaluate what I said, what they said, and to see, like, do I really want to say something that I'm going to regret and hurt my friendship? And it turns out that me walking away from the situation probably ended that friendship, which is really sad. But I feel and think the way I do because of the way I was raised, because I was allowed to do my own thing as a child for the most part. I basically raised myself, and When you raise yourself, you start thinking of things that are completely different than your parents. And I didn't know that someone in my family had those views, and that was my grandparents. So I ended up looking to the older generation for advice and for conversations to help me develop my opinions. I see the world in shades of gray, not in black and white. The world is not black and white. I see the world in shades of gray, though my shades of gray are definitely darker than others. It is what it is. The world is gray. That's just the way we live now. I have been called so many horrible things in the last couple of years because of the way I feel and the way that I think. And I had to apologize a lot. And then I realized apologies don't matter to people that don't understand forgiveness. It doesn't. They don't understand forgiveness. And no matter what you do to rectify what you did, or the apologies you make, will never be good enough. I am willing to listen and to understand anyone's point of view. I find the merits of all opinions, and I play devil's advocate a lot because that's just the way that I am. I tend to be the mediator in all things. But there's only so much that I can handle being that type of personality. I will not be swayed by your emotions. I will not be swayed by screaming and yelling. I grew up with a very emotionally manipulative parent. I know when to ignore emotional manipulation. It won't work. Show me facts. Show me studies. Show me something that's concrete and not your feelings, and then maybe I'll listen. Maybe I'll change my mind. But until then, I'm just gonna let you talk and vent and explain how you feel, but know that that's an opinion, not a fact, and I will not be swayed by opinions for the most part. I love all of my friends, despite what they think and feel, political-wise, religion-wise. I love my friends. I love my family, and nothing's going to change that. And despite all of the politics that are going around right now, and as much as I have apologized for my feelings and me offending them, they've never done the same for me. And that's what that is what's making me do this video today. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, even though I have my script and notes. I'm not gonna apologize because apologizing doesn't work, especially for some people that don't see the merit in forgiveness. They don't understand forgiveness. I love all my friends. I love my family. No matter where they fall in religion or politics, I will always love them and care for them. But there's only so much that I can deal with. I've had to walk away from people that were just toxic. I still talk to them, but it's very rarely, and I can't handle being called names and my kids being dragged into debates where they shouldn't be dragged. So to protect my family and protect myself, I've had to distance myself from people that I really cared about. Do I still respect their opinions? Do I still respect them as a person? Of course, I still do, and I still care for them. But the way that they think and the way that they feel is just too damaging and toxic for my family, and my children are young, and I want to preserve their innocence for as long as possible. So if that means having to distance myself from old friends or relatives so I can raise them in that way, I will. I'm a very kind and open person. I am very compassionate, and I have a lot of empathy. But I will not let all of that be taken advantage of. And I will not let people change my convictions because they try to use my empathy and compassion against me. I am a very nurturing person, and right now the world needs people like me. Blah, 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 blah. They need nurturers to help rebuild what has been damaged. And that's why I will never apologize. I want people to hear what I have to say, hear what I am feeling and my opinions. Yes, you may not think they're valid, and you might be offended, and you might be upset, but unless I do something to actually hurt you, I will never apologize. I will never apologize for being me, because that's the only thing I know how to do, is to be me. And if you can't respect me for me, then there's nothing else I can do. So I'll never apologize. And I hope you guys have the courage to say, I will not apologize, because we need to have a backbone in this world. It's just the world that we're living in now. Hopefully the next video will be less weird, less depressing, less dark. Who knows? So until next time, keep riding, my Darklings.